All right, we are making individual videos, profiles for the 2023 class. This is our first one of the year, and that is for CJ Stroud, aka Coleridge. Might not know, but his first name is Coleridge. He goes by CJ from Ohio State over there in the Big Ten. He is 6'3", 215 pounds. In 2021, he was a Heisman finalist, almost throwing 72%. Completing 72% of his passes, over 4,400 passing yards, 44 touchdowns, just 6 interceptions. He was a 4-star recruit out of Rancho Cucamonga out in Cali. I used to live in LA, and that was about 30, 40 minutes from me.
Rancho Cucamonga.
Really interesting place, though, that he grew up there.
Yeah.
Went to their high school. So we're going to talk about him. In this video, we're going to talk about his strengths, his weaknesses. We're going to show you a little bit of film. We're both going to bring you some film, and then we're going to talk about pro comps and teams that we think he could end up on next year. So let's talk about CJ. So when I was watching his film, I watched 5 games: Minnesota, Michigan State, Maryland, Oregon, and Penn State. Those were all games that I watched. Obviously, we watch every single snap. We don't resort just to highlights. If you don't have time to watch film, that's okay. There's a lot of other people, not even just us. There's a lot of other people who do have that time, who put that time in.
That's correct. And
they're good resources. He was a two-sport athlete, basketball and football, obviously committed to playing football. Let's talk about some of his strengths. What stands out to you about CJ Stroud Coleridge?
CJ Stroud Coleridge. Honestly, a lot of things stand out to me. His pocket presence, to me, his accuracy, his arm strength, his size. Honestly, I feel like there's nothing wrong with CJ. Obviously, we have to kind of find these things to kind of nitpick. But for me, one of my best things for him, in my 2 best things, is his pocket presence and his accuracy. He knows how to read defenses. He stays in the pocket. He takes the hit if necessary or steps up. And then the second, in my opinion, is his accuracy. He puts the ball only where his wide receivers can get it, in my opinion. And the man is 6'3". You know, he is a perfect size for a quarterback. You know, a kind of a dual threat quarterback. If he really truly does start to use his legs more coming into this season, in my opinion, he is everything and more. Honestly, as a QB1 to come into the 2023 class right now, for me, I don't know about you, feels like the 101. Feels like the 101.
I would agree.
The 101 in the NFL draft. Excuse me, the NFL draft.
Right now, it feels like he's a lock for the #1 pick. Of course, last year that was Sam Howell. Anything can happen, but we really, really love his game. We loved watching his film. You talked about his ability to scramble. So there's some quarterbacks who scramble because their arm talent isn't there. CJ, the beautiful thing about his game is he's not limited in mobility. He's certainly not Lamar Jackson, but he's not limited in mobility, but he uses his mobility to kind of manipulate the pocket, to extend plays, a lot like Russell Wilson. I don't know about you, but when I saw CJ Stroud's film, constantly reminded me of Russell Wilson. Obviously, he's bigger than Russell Wilson, but I like that part of his game. Arm strength is there. He can make every NFL throw, has a zip on the short to intermediate passes, has the long ball. You talked about it, but my favorite part of his game is his pocket presence. Consistently shows that he can progress through multiple reads. He's not a one-read quarterback, and you love to see that. A lot of these talented guys it's not there, above the shoulders. For him, it definitely is. He only threw an interception on 1.3% of his throws. Did a great job at reducing turnover-worthy plays. However, I do think that the accuracy can still improve. That's one thing I was going to talk about. For me, I think there's a couple times where there's mental mistakes, and there's a little bit of issue with touch throws, I've noticed. It's not that he can't make the touch throws, right? The ones where you have to just lob it. It has to be right in this window. And sometimes he has a little bit of issues, at least being consistent in that area with those touch throws.
Makes sense.
There's a lot of people in the NFL who weren't able to succeed. RIP Dwayne Haskins. I think about him a lot because I'm a Washington fan. He had the arm strength. He just didn't have the touch, and he couldn't consistently deliver it where it needed to be. And for CJ, I think that is something that he really does need to improve on, at least in his consistency, consistently doing it. We're going to show you a couple plays. A couple other things that I noticed about CJ that worries me a little bit. Firstly, the offense, they ran a lot of screens, a lot of slants, a lot of short passes. And that really allowed guys like Olave, Wilson, and Jackson Smith and Jigba to shine. I would like to see this offense open up a little bit more in his second season. And you want to see it again.
100%.
You know, you don't just want to see a one-year wonder. You want to see it again. And you want to see his game sort of evolve.
Exactly.
But
I know exactly what you're talking about now. I'm interested to see how he kind of adapts without Garrett Wilson, without Chris Olave. I mean, he still has some tremendous talent, Marlon Harrison Jr., Jackson Smith, and Jigba, and see what's going to happen there.
Sure.
I guess to touch on my weaknesses really quick, and maybe kind of counteract that, but maybe I need to go back and rewatch. I felt like some of those touch passes could be because he wasn't making quick, like better decisions. You know, he was hesitant on making the decision whether should I run for this, or should I try to wait for that big play? Should I wait for my receiver? Because, I mean, this guy had one of the most talented wide receiver rooms, I feel like, in college, if it felt like it. I mean,
and that should be a worry. Like, let's see what it looks like this year. Can he still do it this year?
I think half of the time he was actually just like, you know what? My guys are just better than yours. I'm just going to make this play. You know, when maybe he should have just made the decision to just run. Let's get the 5 yards, 6 yards, whatever the case may be. But
it's funny because I love that part of his game. I think the best quarterbacks in the NFL are the ones who extend plays with their legs, and their IQ is so high that they know their man's going to beat someone downfield, and that's going to be the best play possible. Like that's why he keeps reminding me of Russell Wilson when I watch his film.
Yeah, because he's always looking downfield. He's
always looking for the best part of the play. All right, we're going to show you 2 clips each. Okay. But I'm going to show you some film. Badake's going to show you some film. Bear with us because we haven't shown film
before on
this channel before. So this will be really, really interesting. I'm going to show you my favorite clip first. And this clip is versus Penn State. So in this clip versus Penn State, like I said, it's the second quarter, almost halftime. You can see they're down to Penn State. Penn State, really good team this year, really good defense. Arnold Ebiketie had a lot of good players on this team. So you can see this play here. It's a play action, okay? And you're going to see specifically these players here kind of get caught up in the play action.
Right.
You got a rusher that comes from the outside right here. He's in CJ's face on this play. Obviously, these guys also rush. Offensive line on the left side does a really good job of holding off that rush. This tackle here gets beat. Does not really expect this linebacker to be blitzing on the play. You can see Olave is doing kind of a deep slant route on the play. Route technician, you're going to see how beautiful that route is.
Yep.
Play action here. So Stroud's going to be back here in this pocket. He's going to feel the pressure, and this is what I love about him. The pocket presence is so good with CJ. He sees the space. He steps up into the space, allows Olave to beat the safety, and it's a home run touchdown play. These are the all plays that we want you guys to see. So this is versus Penn State. Let's let it play. Again, play action. You can see now the defender's in his face. He's got a lot of quarterbacks in this class, guys. You're going to see them. Oh, let me run for 5 yards.
Yeah.
Let me try and use my speed.
Yeah.
But, CJ's best asset is his mind and his arm strength and accuracy. So you see him step up into that pocket there. Knows he's about to take a hit. Delivers a beautiful ball to a wide open Olave. You're going to see it one more different angle here. Play action. You can see that play action is just enough here. Just enough to get these defenders sort of leaning up. Even the safety, now he's on his back foot. He realizes it's not a play action. And you can see, obviously, the linebacker gets in his face. Really high IQ play here. Doesn't freak out, doesn't panic, doesn't throw it to the sideline, throw it away, steps up into the pocket. You can see Olave is about to beat this safety here downfield. Helps when you have a fantastic route runner on your team.
Yeah.
Steps up into the pocket. What an absolute dime as he gets destroyed by the defense for a touchdown. Beautiful, beautiful play. Let me show you 2 plays that I did not love. And these are same game versus Penn State.
Okay.
And these are examples of when I talked about his touch not always being there. These are 2 plays. Both plays, his wide receivers are wide open. Okay. He just needs to have a perfect touch on the pass, but he's not there. It's not consistent. Is it in his mind? I don't know, because he has the talent to make that play. So on this play, you're going to see Jackson Smith and Jigba. He's going to come across the middle of the field here. And unfortunately, we just don't see an accurate ball. If it is an accurate ball, we're going to see Jackson Smith-Njigba. If this ball is completed, he's going to go up the field here for a touchdown. With his speed, he would definitely beat the safety. So let's watch this play here. Again, you can see Jackson Smith-Njigba across the middle. It's behind him, right? You really, NFL wants to see that ball. They want to see him lead that pass. You want to see him catch that in stride. That's a touchdown. There's no way 16's got a chance to beat Jackson Smith-Njigba.
Yeah.
Last play I'm going to show you, another play I didn't like. I don't know if this is a miscommunication from Olave, from CJ. Regardless, it does show that there needs to be a little bit of, maturity, growth in CJ's game to be able to adapt. So we can see Olave is kind of running this route on the play, and it's a really good pocket that CJ's in. He's not really rushed all that much. These defenders here, completely unaware of what they're doing. And if it's a perfect touch pass, it's a touchdown from CJ. See again here, really good pocket.
Yeah, he's naked.
You can already see.
He's gone.
You can already see, bro.
Look
at this. But unfortunately, I think he just double guesses himself, or maybe there's an option on this route and he doesn't read it properly. But underthrows Olave.
Yeah,
that should have been a touchdown. So those are the kind of plays I'm talking about.
Okay.
Just those small plays where you want to see the touch consistently there, because he was extremely accurate. I said, 72% of his passes were completed?
Yeah.
But it could be even higher. We could be talking about 75% of his passes completed. So that was the film I wanted to show. What about you, Badake? What are you showing us today?
Yeah. Let's get straight into it. So I brought you two good clips and one bad clip. Two good clips I really like. And I'll start with the first clip here. And obviously you see CJ in the shotgun formation. This is in the Rose Bowl against Utah, okay? And this is a game that I actually really, really love. This is a game that I watched. And this is all about fundamentals. And this is why I didn't say earlier when I was talking about something that I loved about him, is how quickly he is to reset. Okay, how quickly he is to reset his feet, his hips, his arms, everything as he's going into that throwing motion so he can get as much out of the ball as possible. This is a super simple play, all right? You're going to see CJ, this is a play action. He comes here, and he's just going to try to hand it off to this running back, and is going to go to the right? But the main thing is that you have to take here is look at this linebacker, right? All he has to do is fake him to the left, take 1 or 2 steps to the left just a little bit to get Jackson Smith-Njigba this quick slant route, right? Give him that room, and then he does the work after that. Okay, here. I'll show you this. I'll show you this clip. Once again, super simple. Look how he snaps the ball. Boom. Look at that. So how quick that was. He just immediately flips his hips, his feet, and then he throws a dot. And after that, it's all Jackson Smith. He does the work after that. It's super simple. I love it.
Love that.
That was the fundamental things that I love about CJ. And this is another one in the Rose Bowl. This is about him scanning the field. This is, once again, great pocket. Nothing too special. The line really holds. And you're going to see Jackson Smith-Njigba just kind of take this up and then come out like this, and he's only going to place the ball where he can. Sorry, I'm a bad drawer here, apparently.
Yeah, you're great.
But it's
Picasso. I like it.
Yeah, Picasso, honestly. Once again, super simple. It's nothing special. It's where his ball placement is, his accuracy, what I truly love about CJ.
Yeah.
Okay? And you're going to see, and once again, he's going to scan the field, right? He has these two guys here. He's going to run up. He's going to check it. He buys himself just that little bit of time because Jackson Smith-Njigba needs to run his route. Here we go. He goes, look at the quick scan. Boom, boom, boom. It's really fast. It's really simple, but gives him that time to place the ball for Jackson with a little gritty at the end. You know, it's just too nice. The accuracy
I love that. I like
it's
that
fantastic. Play. All right, but now this is the most crucial play, and this is why I said the decision making kind of hurts him sometimes, where he either needs to run or throw the ball. This is against Oregon. This is, if I'm not mistaken, probably their first loss of the season, and it was a tough game. You know, CJ was struggling, the whole team was going. So you see this offensive line here on the left hand side. It looks like they're going to rush 4, right? But they really only rush 3 on these 3 guys here. So all these guys are going to rush in, but they're going to the left side of the line is going to collapse. Right, and then Jackson Smith-Njigba is going to have to run up. Mind you, 3rd and 18. less than 3 minutes to go. He cannot throw an interception. You know, incompletion. Give yourself. You have another opportunity. It's a 4th down. You have one more down to go here. All right.
Right.
So you're gonna see it. He throws. He snaps the ball. It's reading the field. Boom. Then you see how this line quickly collapsed. I think it's also a bad job on the running back as well. Like help that lineman, you know, nudge him a little bit here, so it can give him just that little bit extra time. But you see how quickly it's going to collapse, and they have to get this touchdown. So you come up here, you pause, you see how he's going. Boom! It's already too late when he moves. Now he has his whole field. That's all right. CJ's a mobile quarterback. He's quicker than them. He's gonna come up. You're gonna see he's trying to extend the play here once again. He's gonna come up here, see what's gonna happen. Right, here we go. He comes up, and now he's trying to make a decision. He sees Chris Olave here in the bottom. He sees him here. He's like, should I do it? But look at this space, in my opinion. Look at this space here. Obviously, it's also hard because this lineman is actually pretty close, but you're faster. You're better. You know, you're quicker than this guy. Get a
if the decision was made like 3 yards ago.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
You have probably at least 8 yards here that you can potentially get, maybe 5 yards. Do not throw that interception. And this is where he tries to extend the play, which is fine. But this is where it hurts him, and then he throws the interception down the field. It just wasn't good at all, in my opinion. I think this is where he needs to improve. Quicker decision making. Don't be afraid to run the ball, in my opinion. And he's not, but in specifically this game, this is where that hurt him.
Okay.
And, yeah, in my opinion. But CJ,
yeah,
what a guy.
What a guy. We both love him. We both love him. Can't say enough good things about him. We have to nitpick certain things that we think that he needs to improve on. I've said this before. He reminds me a lot of Russell Wilson, the way he extends plays. I don't see rushing being a pillar of his game.
Yeah, same.
He's not a Lamar. He's not a Josh Allen. But I think it's similar to Russ. Like he might get 200-300 yards on a season and a couple touchdowns, but the way he extends his plays with his legs is very special. Russell Wilson play style with the body of Matthew Stafford, I think something special could be there.
Yeah.
Do you have any other comps before we talk about team fits?
I actually had Joe Burrow in a weird way. Like, I see the body frame. I can see how he can be great. Maybe like a Joe Burrow in his first year before he got injured. You know, he was playing. Right. He was playing good. He made some mental mistakes. I think he can have a season and he can be like a Joe Burrow moving forward. And that's a high praise because Joey B just went to Super Bowl this past year.
I mean, even if we're talking like IQ wise, I think if you look at the last year and this year, I think by far has one of the best IQs, if not the best. All right, teams that could be in contention. Really, whoever has that 101.
Really.
Who's the number one overall pick? Texans, Falcons, Lions, Seahawks.
Yeah, that's
the
it.
good
right
news
there.
about this is someone's getting a quarterback upgrade. And they're getting a quarterback that I think we can rely on. So I don't know if you have any team specifically, excuse me, that you wanted to highlight.
Those teams that you said, Texas, Lions, Seahawks, one of these teams is going to get CJ. CJ is going to be the new face of the franchise. Yeah.
Don't be surprised that the Lions are better than they were last year. That's what worries me. I feel like Seahawks could be real sleepers. Yeah. They are going to be a really bad, and if they're the worst in their division, and they have to play all those teams twice.
It's going to be a team that we're going to at least expect, in my opinion.
Or it'll be the Texans, like we expect.
or the Texans. Hey, we'll see what happens. Maybe it's Washington.
I hope so. I truly hope so. All right, he's my quarterback one in this class.
QB
That's,
one.
as of right now, the 21st of June, 2022. How about you?
QB one for me as well. Once again, I think he stands out. In my opinion, maybe it's too early. I would love to see what's going to happen, but I do believe he's in his own tier. I do believe right here, right now, if I had to pick and if I had any if I was a GM for a team, I want CJ on my team right here, right now, if I had to pick right now.
Let's talk, just to end, give people one game that you would want them to go watch. I'm going to tell people to go watch Michigan State. Number 9, Michigan State. Threw 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. It was an absolute clinic. That was my favorite game of his that I watched. You have any suggestions for people that you loved?
You know, oddly enough, is actually against Oregon. I really like the Oregon game, even though he did struggle. I think he did throw 4 touchdowns. I can't really think off the top of my head what yards he threw, but they did struggle. But you saw how he was improving. He was coming back. He was trying to bring his team back. He didn't have enough time. He made that, like I said, that mental mistake at the end. But I actually really liked him because you saw him go through adversity. You saw him, make really big plays, big time plays in big moments, and then you saw him make some mental mistakes. But I think if you can see all of it, I think it's that Oregon game, in my opinion.
I think it's the bounce back ability.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real thing.
Yeah, it is.
Can you mentally bounce back? And he's shown that he can.
Yeah.
All right, guys, comment down below. Let us know what you think about CJ. It's okay if you disagree.
It's okay.
Let us know.
Yo, what's good?
What
Thanks
up?
for watching. We got a lot more videos.
A lot more.
If you want more videos.
Watch
now,
it.
You can also subscribe
Right now.
if you want to.
You need to.
And lastly, don't forget that you can sign up to support the show and get exclusive content by going to patreon.com/FantasyLandFam.